Well, in a time when people are looking for work, Baltimore's Department of General Services is looking to hire. The agency looking for skilled workers and some laborers as well in a variety of fields. And join us now is Abrar Boukdir. He's from the department. Also, he's the chief of fleet management. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, sir.
So I see the letters, I've seen the trucks, and had no idea what General Services does. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the Department of General Services has roughly 350 skilled employees.
Okay.
Where we have a fleet management division, we have a facilities maintenance division, we have a capital projects division, and an energy division. So we're pretty much the backbone of the city. We kind of play a kind of behind the scenes role.
Yeah.
We support all city agencies in most of the services that they provide residents. But most people don't know about us.
Sure. What I like about you, and you brought some workers with you, is that many of them started with your agency, maybe as a laborer, and worked their way up into management. Is that by design? Is something you're trying to do?
So it wasn't always by design, but
Yeah.
after a while you start to realize that the folks who are mostly invested are the ones that have been there for a while. And there's a lot of institutional knowledge that you can gain from people that started at different levels within the organization. I mentioned Antoine Wilson, our superintendent of operations, and Rob Brown, one of our supervisors. Both of them came from city schools that we actually have agreements with for our work study program, and I myself was actually a youth work student years ago.
Stop playing.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yep.
So for all the things that we see on the street that we don't know, or DGS, what are some things that stand out that we'll say, oh, that's their department?
Yeah, so we talked briefly about some of the fueling stations that you'll see around the city for the city's fleet. Any police car, any medic, any ladder truck, any garbage truck, they come to us as just vehicles. We turn them into the vehicles that actually end up servicing the residents.
Sure, and those vehicles don't service themselves, and that's why the hiring event becomes important to you.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the work you want to put into making sure you have more workers that make their way up into management.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we're working with Baltimore City Schools, as I mentioned. We're also working with some of the local nonprofits like NCIA. We have a visit coming up with them in about a week or so. And then we also have an apprenticeship program. But our main focus right now is Baltimore City Public Schools and over-investing in the students that are in their automotive programs.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So whether it's developing their curriculum, whether it's donating vehicles to the school so that they have actual vehicles to work on while they're at school. That's the focus for us.
You know, there are some federal workers who are now sort of out of a job. And if they have skills and they're not high school age looking for an apprenticeship, is there room for a worker who has skills?
Absolutely. So with the Department of General Services, we have everything from a technician to an electrical engineer. And we have vacancies in a lot of those different areas. So absolutely, if you're interested in a job with the city and you want to work for an innovative department, the Department of General Services is always hiring, and you can find that on the city's Workday recruitment site.
You stuck around since Youth Works. What impressed you? What made you stick around?
So I came in as a Youth Work student. I actually left, went into the private sector, and then I came back. For me, I've now been with fleet management for 6 years. For me, it's the opportunities. For me, it's the people. It's the impact that I can have on people, and that's the beauty of leadership, is that you can develop future leaders who you then kind of see your work kind of flourish through them. If
people want to get in touch with you or want to be interested in some of these job opportunities, what should they do?
Absolutely. So you can go to the DGS website, the Department of General Services, and then you'll have a directory to each of the different chiefs that are responsible for the different divisions that we have.
All right, Abrar, good to meet you,
sir.
man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate